It's customary to get your captain to approve your leave request before you actually leave, Doctor.
Well, if that blasted woman could manage to get her stuff together in time.
Blasted woman? Your poetry sets my heart a quiver, Henglar dear.
Have either of you stopped to consider that I may not want my counselor and my chief medical officer running off after some wayward teenager while there's a war on?
A war? Did anyone think to mention it to them?
The Tholians are off licking their wounds, Elizabeth. We haven't even left dock in 2 weeks. I think you can spare us for a few days.
Can I? Isn't this where I'm supposed to say, it's quiet? Too quiet.
I have no idea what you're supposed to say, Captain. But I have a transport that's waiting for me and a ward that's run off. So either sign off on it or throw me in the brig.
So defensive.
Yes. I try to tell him he has nothing to compensate for.
It's a man thing, I'm sure. Good luck, Henglar. We'll be a subspace call away.
You'll be fine, Captain. We both know what it's like to be a teenager.
Admiral's Log, Stardate 60423.8. The Independence has been relegated to convoy duty, escorting transports through the areas of the patch where currents have yet to be found. Estimated time of arrival at the Benthic system, Commander Johns.
8 hours, Admiral. Or 5 minutes sooner than the last time you asked me.
Wishing I'd let you use some of that saved-up leave instead of Sue and Cool, Commander?
Not at all. I enjoy convoy duty. I just wish I drank more coffee.
Admiral, I'm getting some strange readings.
Define strange, Lieutenant.
Multiple subspace. No. As many as 30 subspace currents opening.
Shields up! Charge weapons!
Give me a bearing, Lieutenant. Ops, contact the transports. Have them form up behind us. Give us a clear field of fire.
No single bearing, Admiral. Targets are all around us.
Prepare message to DS-12. We had no warning. These currents aren't on any of the charts that we have. They're completely unknown.
They flanked us, Admiral. The transports are completely exposed.
Bring us about. Launch all shuttle and attack craft. Try to cover the civilian transport's escape. DS-12 will do what we can to save as many.
Survivors?
The rescue operation is ongoing, but no.
You seem to be running out of senior officers, Admiral. Given this new tactic, is it wise to continue with the Federation as the lead strategic entity?
We took back Trenlaw and we crippled the Tholians at Centris 3, Commander.
I did not mean to be insensitive, but the realities of the situation.
The realities are that we have lost. Personally and militarily. A powerful force in Admiral Call.
And Admiral Knapp. Who knows where he is? Off chasing his troublesome daughter.
I find it interesting, Cole, that you seem to be the only one that doesn't accept that Knapp's daughter was taken by Areakt.
Perhaps if the Cardassians had remained on the battle line at Trenlaw, instead of turning tail.
Sit down. This is not an opportunity to refight old battles, gentlemen. The Tholians obviously have superior knowledge of some patch currents. We must establish a way to overcome that.
We started looking for her as soon as we received your warning. The idea that she might try to break in here to get to her father, well, it wouldn't be the first time something like that has happened. We recorded this shortly before you arrived.
Security is impressive.
Those aren't Mr. Algalor's people. You're right. She's a terror.
She's been practicing for this confrontation with Phalo for a long time.
We're still working out who they were.
Is there anything more?
Unfortunately, they disabled our security cameras. We're more interested in keeping people in than out.
I'm sure you did all you could. Perhaps you could direct us to local law enforcement.
Of course. Yes, I've alerted them. Let me get you that information.
Please do.
What is it?
We're in trouble. We need the Excelsior.
I'll call them. Is it Algalor? Is he somehow involved in this?
He's more concerned about losing his job. Sergant.
Sergant wouldn't have any use for Salan.
But Areakt has a use for me, and Sergant works for Areakt.
How would Areakt know you would be coming?
It's a trap. There's a group of men waiting for us near our shuttle.
We could always call Excelsior from inside.
There's a group of men waiting there, too. Remember how I said you needed some more cardiovascular exercise?
Remember how I disagreed?
We have a new guest for you, little mouse. Are you awake?
You know her, DeFalco. Why does she have a pet name for Knapp's spratling?
It's a predator thing. She's the hawk. Atreus the mouse.
Treya?
Is her name, Petras? I know you're supposed to be evil, but you don't have anything to prove to us.
Mock me at your peril!
Ladies, back to your quarters.
Thank you.
Now, don't let anybody find that stuff, or it's going to be. I've got to go.
Thank you, I mean it.
Well, enjoy your quiet while you have it. Your new cellmate is quite the pistol when she's awake.
I'll remember that.
Admiral, we have a problem.
Now we have a problem?
There's a radiation leak.
Don't just assume it's our ship.
Mr. Donnell.
I figure it's Captain. Right about now.
Give it a rest, Rufus.
Rufus, you're the damn cook.
I'm the third damn mate of this craft. And with the captain a floating ice cube out there and Reynolds dead over there, I figure it's my job to be in charge.
Captain Donnell, forgive our assumptions, but the sources that could generate lethal doses of radiation...
I see one right out the window. You crashed it into my ship.
We were very careful to shut down any damaged systems.
Yeah, well, so are we. Right, Roy?
Christ, Rufus, I was in the can when all this went down. Who knows if Mal got the core offline?
Where the leak's coming from is irrelevant.
The ship, your ship, is dead in the water. We need to organize and repair the yacht if we hope to escape before our air and our heat are expended.
Let's not get too hasty.
I'm not so keen on that idea. Can't we just wait here? We can see the rescue ships.
And here, we're warm and breathing. We open up a bulkhead to nothing, we're going to float out after our illustrious leader.
We might be able to see the rescue ships. But with all the debris out there, all the ejected cores, damaged ships, we won't be very warm and breathing by the time they find us. We need to be proactive.
Proactive? How many wars has Starfleet gotten us into over the last 10 years being proactive?
Let's just not, okay, Rufus? Skipper, dear.
Whatever being proactive has meant to you in the past, Captain, here our lives depend on it. We need to plan. We need to act if we want to live.
That kind of sounds like an order.
And you don't give orders here, Ms. Cole. Look, we appreciate what you've done for our wounded, but there's more of us than there are you. And we say we stay here where it's safe. See what happens.
Couldn't we try something devious, like setting an ambush for them?
Did you pack a phaser and forget to tell me?
With our superior intellects, we should be able to make some kind of lethal weapon. Between the two of us, we have how many advanced degrees?
My love, are you trying to tell me you've expended your physical resources?
Yes.
That your dilithium crystals are correct?
Yes. That's our bust. You're enjoying this.
I'm just trying to head off the inevitable. I'm such a sad sack of bones. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this.
Well, I am sorry.
I know you are. You shouldn't be. Areakt has a mole in Starfleet. How else could he set something like this in motion? Coming after Salon is exactly the right thing to do. And I was exactly the right person to do it with.
You were?
Who else would be able to maneuver the bad guys exactly where we want them?
They are?
They are.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Cool Hand Luke, 1967. Miss Robinson?
The Graduate? Come on.
That's no moon.
It's a space station. Star Wars, 1977. You are one pitiful little man.
There's something wrong with both of you people.
Well, you could say our mutual obsession with the late 20th century entertainment trivia is an illness.
But they probably have a 12-step program to cure us.
I'm sure that was funny 200 or 300 years ago.
Christ, Rufus, I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little.
What's wrong, Commander?
It's the radiation. It's getting worse. It'll affect the injured first, but soon we'll all be feeling it. We have to do something.
What do you propose?
Your vessel should be equipped with an anti-radiation treatment in your med bay. It's part of your regular medical loadout.
We're aware of the treatment. It's a short-term fix. Radiation continues, we get sick all over again.
Is it worth moving around blind? We'll be rescued at any moment.
My readings indicate we'll be dead from the radiation before the air runs out.
You mean we can't afford to wait?
That's what I mean.
Who will go?
I'm just a cook, Roy, remember? You're the engineer.
I'll go with you, Roy.
Commander, they could use the tricorder. Be careful, Commander.
Tom?
Sick as it may be, there once was a time I enjoyed filling out fitness reports.
You're right. That is sick.
Incident reports?
Yeah, and troop dispositions.
Cole's job.
Yeah. Cole's job.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. Just too much coffee, not enough sleep.
Too much stress?
Let's see. Borg, Dominion, Gray. Let's not forget the Gray.
Nice list.
That's stress. This isn't stress. The Independence was a sovereign-class warship. She was a warship, Robin. And Cole was a skilled commander.
Don't say it that way. We don't know that she's gone.
I saw the recording. What's left of the Independence is floating, dead in space.
Elizabeth, let me help.
You offer me another coffee, I'm gonna have to kill you and hide the body.
And in your state, you would do a bad job and get caught. A sad, sad end to one's promising career.
Hey, Roy, wouldn't it be faster going on this way?
We're not dressed appropriately. Do you see the ice? Around the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
That bulkhead's open to space on the other side. We'd be popsicles before we got halfway down there.
Right. Watch for ice. Ice is bad. Got it.
Am I right in assuming you're new here?
I'm a hydroponics engineer. I'm on board to keep the plants, well, alive. It didn't work out that way.
I never asked what we were escorting. Don't let Rufus hear you say that. You'll get a 20-minute lecture on the arrogance of Starfleet.
And how pampered Starfleet is.
Or how they have working replicators.
And the best clothes.
And how their starships are really phallic symbols of their own insecurities.
That one's my favorite.
So he's not a fan.
He's probably a washout. Couldn't take it at the academy, dropped out. Now he's a cook in a rust bucket. No offense, Roy.
None taken.
And he spends his time complaining, like a lot of men I know.
Something's wrong. Commander?
Roy!
There's no radiation in this area. We're safe. We've got to get them out of the mess hall.
You see, it's your arrogance that just kills me. You think you have the solution to every problem. Never once thinking that we in the private sector might make a better living if you weren't starting a shooting war every couple of years.
Are you suggesting that we should have allowed the Tholians and Breen to succeed in their invasion of...
Invasion? I don't see an invasion. I see an excuse for you to use your big, expensive, shiny starships to come in.
You're being absurd.
Am I?
Captain Donald, I don't know what negative experiences you've had with Starfleet in your past, but your opinions are so naively uninformed.
Uninformed, Admiral. Uninformed. What, you think I tried Starfleet, couldn't cut it? I know that's what Cindy and Roy think. You think if I wanted to, I couldn't make it? He's just a cook. He's some kind of charity case that the captain of this ship was foolish enough to give a minor rank and position. Lieutenant Rufus Donald, Starfleet. I was at DS9 when the Odyssey was destroyed in the Gamma Quadrant by the Jem'Hadar. I served on the Defiant with Cisco at Chintaka. I was there when the Breen wiped us out. I lost an arm and 2 legs. I've seen Starfleet pick fights, and I've paid the price when their eyes are bigger than their bloody stomach. I know how you think. I know about domino theories and force escalation and holding the line against tyranny and exporting freedom. Tell that to your own member planets. You spend a lot of time on Ridgeheide lately?
Sorry, Rufus. But you know that's not the whole truth. We had to fight the Dominion.
Did we? They told us to leave. They only came after us when we refused.
That wouldn't have mattered. They couldn't afford to leave us alone. We did some good. Cardassia, Romulus, they're our allies.
And we're still fighting the Breen, and now the Tholians.
There will always be aggressors, Rufus. And there will always be people like you. Lieutenant Beeneman here who paid the price. Today, we all might pay.
We asked for it. Did they?
We have another problem.
By the time they figure out that's not us, we'll have 3 starships in orbit.
Sir Gaunt to Sir Rock.
Is it done?
I have them both. What do you want with the Tellarite?
The good doctor is a valuable commodity. Bring him along.
And after I've extracted the patch current location of the Great Ison Sphere from Elbry, shall I return to the Tholians?
The Tholians are no longer viable. We have other methods of achieving our goals. I will have additional work for you very soon.
I wish you would reconsider, Admiral. My radiation exposure has been much lower.
Precisely, Commander. Lieutenant Beeneman and I are already near maximum exposure. It makes more sense for us to stay than risk the rest of you.
Ma'am, it's all my fault the radiation exists at all.
Don't be ridiculous. Now that we know the radiation has come from the yacht all along, it's safer down the hall. Watch over the civilians while we signal for help. It shouldn't take very long. Please, Commander. You know your duty.
This should be all you need. Good luck.
You know, I used to work on the sensor pellets before when I was...
Are you a good cook?
I make a mean jambalaya.
You know the way to my heart, Mr. Donald.
Admiral, I don't know how much longer.
Of course. If you'll excuse us, Mr. Donald.
So I finally got fed up with her always hanging around, and you're not hearing a word I'm saying.
I'm listening to everything you said. You said left...
I know what I said, and you're listening, but you're not hearing.
I hear you. I'm also eating.
You could make eye contact.
I'm eating my dinner. If I happen to want to look at what I'm eating while I'm eating
What happened on Trill? You're right. You should have kept your eye on your soup. I heard you had some problems.
Problems? Yeah.
Did you find out what you needed?
I did. We did. Yes. One of the people I met. A woman.
That Vox person. I hear that she was a real...
Not Vox. Another woman.
Did you sleep with her?
No.
Did you want to?
I want to make this work.
Who does? Jory, before you left, we decided we wanted to give this another try. Dow allowed it, but it was Jorian who wanted it. Who am I talking to now?
There is no Jorian. There is no Dow. We are one person. I want to make this work.
You wanted to show me what love is. Okay, so you showed me what love is. Now what?
I didn't have sex with her.
Jorian, it's not a court of law. It's of the heart. What did your heart want?
Don't mistake some nostalgia with her for disloyalty to you.
Jorian, I don't want your loyalty. I want your love.
You have it.
For how long?
Incoming subspace signal.
Is that a warp flare? Kill anyone in this room.
Mr. Donnell!
I'll take it from here, Commander Johns.
I heard a saying once, when you can't walk, crawl.
And when you can't crawl, you find someone to carry you. Let me carry you, Jennifer.
There's still time to leave, Rufus.
Not for us.
Lie still, Admiral.
Commander. Report.
We caught them out in time.
Lieutenant Peterman. Mr. Donnell.
Peterman was dead before the pulse. Donnell covered your body with his. It was enough to keep you alive a little longer.
Was it close? You want it to have been close. We could have saved you if only we'd gotten there a moment.
You knew it wouldn't be like that.
How long will I make it back to the station?
No, ma'am.
Would have liked to have said goodbye.
Yes, ma'am.
Would have liked to have seen Ian. You're a good friend, Joseph. I'm glad you're here.
I have it no other way.